Imagine for a moment a craft launched from Earth having traversed the immense void for years, finally reaching its destination, a swirling titan of gas and storms, the largest planet in our solar system. This craft, a marvel of human ingenuity and ambition, cost over $1 billion to build, launch, and operate. It spent nearly a decade in orbit, sending back secrets from unimaginable distances. Yet, its final act was not one of further exploration, but of deliberate, fiery self-destruction. Why? To protect the very possibility of life beyond our world. This is the story of Galileo. Named after the brilliant Italian astronomer who, in the 17th century, first gazed upon Jupiter's 4 largest moons through his primitive telescope, the Galileo probe embarked on its own extraordinary journey in 1989. It was a mission born of deep scientific curiosity and an insatiable desire to understand our cosmic neighborhood. The sheer scale of this undertaking was monumental, reflected in its estimated cost, a staggering $1.6 billion. Think of that number for a moment, $1.6 billion. It speaks not just to the engineering challenges, but to the collective human will to push the boundaries of knowledge. Galileo's voyage was long, taking 6 years to navigate the vast interplanetary distances. But what a payoff it delivered! In December 1995, it achieved a historic first, becoming the inaugural spacecraft to successfully orbit the colossal planet Jupiter. From this unique vantage point, Galileo began its meticulous work, sending back images and data that redefined our understanding of the Jovian system. The planet itself was, of course, fascinating. Galileo's cameras witnessed the breathtaking scars left by the massive impact of comet Shoemaker-Levy 9, a cosmic billiard shot that left dark blemishes on Jupiter's face, providing scientists with an unprecedented view of a planetary collision in real time. This was a spectacle of raw cosmic power, confirming the dynamic and sometimes violent nature of our solar system. But the true gems of Galileo's mission lay not in Jupiter itself, but in the quartet of moons that dance around it, the very moons Galileo Galilei first spotted centuries ago. Io, a volcanic hellscape constantly resurfacing itself. Ganymede, the largest moon in the entire solar system, with its own magnetic field. Callisto, ancient and heavily cratered. Each offered unique insights into planetary formation and evolution. However, it was one particular moon that captivated the scientific community and, indeed, the imagination of humanity. Galileo's precise measurements and observations began to paint a remarkable picture. Beneath Europa's seemingly pristine icy crust, evidence mounted for the existence of a vast, global ocean of liquid water. Not just a tiny puddle, but potentially more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. This discovery was and remains a profound turning point in astrobiology. Liquid water is the fundamental prerequisite for life as we know it. Suddenly, Europa, with its hidden seas, became one of the prime contenders, perhaps the prime contender, to house life beyond Earth within our own solar system. The implications were immense, challenging our anthropocentric views and opening up thrilling possibilities. Galileo continued to send back invaluable data for nearly 8 years in orbit, far exceeding its planned mission duration. It was a workhorse, a tireless explorer, constantly pushing the limits of what was possible. But, like all extraordinary things, Galileo's fascinating journey couldn't continue forever. Its fuel supply was dwindling, its systems were aging, and the end of its operational life was approaching. This presented a profound dilemma. As Galileo had journeyed from Earth, it carried with it a hitchhiker, microscopic life, dormant but potentially viable from our own planet. The risk, however small, was that if Galileo were allowed to drift uncontrolled or eventually crash into one of Jupiter's moons, particularly Europa, it could potentially contaminate those pristine environments with Earth-based microbes. If life did exist on Europa, even microbial life, Our earthly contaminants could irrevocably alter it, or worse, destroy it, before we even had a chance to discover it. This was an ethical crossroads for humanity. What was more important, prolonging a mission or safeguarding the possibility of independent alien life? The answer, after careful deliberation, was clear. So, on September 21, 2003, in a final, deliberate act of planetary protection, the Galileo spacecraft was commanded to plunge into Jupiter's crushing atmosphere. It was a controlled, fiery descent, ensuring its complete destruction. This was not a failure. It was a conscious, necessary sacrifice. Galileo was terminated after merely 8 years in orbit to avoid contaminating any of Jupiter's moons with microbes that may have caught a ride from Earth. The $1.6 billion probe that gave us unprecedented views of Jupiter and hinted at oceans beneath icy crusts ultimately met its end to protect a possibility, the possibility of life flourishing independently in the cold, dark depths of our outer solar system. Its legacy isn't just the data it sent back, but the profound ethical precedent it set, that as we venture out, our responsibility is not just to discover, but to protect. Galileo's story is a powerful reminder that our quest for knowledge comes with a deep responsibility. It highlights the immense value we place not only on understanding life, but on preserving its potential, wherever it may be. It was a mission of discovery, yes, but ultimately also a mission of profound guardianship. What are your thoughts on Galileo's remarkable journey and its ultimate sacrifice? Do you believe this kind of planetary protection is paramount as we explore further? Share your reflections in the comments below, and if you found this story thought-provoking, please consider subscribing for more cosmic tales.